This is a GWC video report.
Good morning. It is just after midnight here in South Plainfield, New Jersey on June 30th, 2012. This is the GWC video report. I'm Greg Machos. And we're back in the frying pan again, folks. We have another heat wave underway here in the Garden State. Despite the brief respite that we had from the heat and humidity of last week, it has come back with a vengeance over the past couple days. High temperature in South Plainfield on Thursday was about 90, and then on Friday afternoon the temperature climbed to 95. Tomorrow it is expected to be even warmer, with a high temperature expected to reach 97 degrees, and then on Sunday it's supposed to cool off a little bit to about 96 or 95. And we can show that or illustrate the forecast here from the National Weather Service office here in Mount Holly. Like I said, Saturday is expected to be mostly sunny with a high of 96. Saturday night we have a chance of thunderstorms, actually a 40% chance. Some of those storms could be severe. I'll get to that in just a moment. Sunday we're back up to about 95. Sunday night down to about 67. And again, Sunday and Sunday night we have a 20% chance of thunderstorms. Anytime you have this type of heat and humidity, that just cooks up the atmosphere becomes unstable, and the possibility of thunderstorms occurring does exist. Monday we're looking to cool down a little bit into the low 90s, and by Tuesday hopefully we'll be out of the heat wave, but some reports in the media have indicated that this latest heat wave could be for a prolonged period of time. We'll just have to keep an eye on the forecast to see what comes up. Okay, now we go back to the, let's see here. Oh, this is the hazardous weather outlook. And again, as I mentioned briefly before, we have a chance for some thunderstorms on Saturday, a 40% chance. And some of those could be severe. Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening, we could see some strong to severe thunderstorms that are capable of producing strong winds and even some hail. The big story, though, is the heat. That is going to continue. Likely we're going to have another heat advisory for tomorrow. Heat index values are expected to be over 100 degrees. Now we can look at today's statistics, courtesy of the weather station at GWC. Again, the high temperature today was 95. The dew point topped out at 76. And the heat index was 109, almost 110, just under 110 degrees. Look at some other information. The barometer was a little low today. The minimum was at 29.6. The maximum was at 29.7. And we didn't have any measurable precipitation. Speaking of precipitation, we have not had a lot of rain in the past 2 weeks. In the last 16 days, we've only had 2 of those days with measurable rainfall. And those were the 2 days we had severe weather late last week and early this week. Friday and Monday. So far for the month, though, we have had 3.83 inches of rain here in northwestern Middlesex County. And for the year, we have had just under 12.7 inches of rain. Okay, now we're going to take a look at some data from around the state, courtesy of the state climatologist. It's located at Rutgers University. We're going to take a look at WeatherNet, which is running in conjunction with the state climatologist's office. And this is the temperature and dew point here in New Brunswick over the past 24 hours. And as you can see, New Brunswick reached a high of about 94 degrees on Friday. Dew point was about 73 degrees. So very warm, very moist air in place, and that is why things are very uncomfortable outside. If you recall, when I had the weather discussion on Wednesday, I did mention how dry it was. The humidity during the day, Wednesday afternoon, I think I noticed that the dew point was down to about 50 and the relative humidity was at 37%. Today it was much different. As I mentioned earlier, the dew point was in the mid 70s, 76.3, and that's almost the high for the year to date. Let's take a look at some other locations. Harrison, New Jersey, for example. They reported in with a high of about 96, 97 degrees. Dew points were a little lower, about 69, just under 70 degrees. Keep in mind, though, that whenever you have warmer temperatures, when you have hot air in place, the hotter the air, the more capacity for moisture that it has. So when you have a temperature of 97 degrees as opposed to 92 or 93, the dew point is going to be a little lower because that air is hotter and it's more capable of handling moisture. Let's take a look at another location in New Jersey, Harvey Cedars, which I believe is located on Long Beach Island in Ocean County, and they were one of the cool spots. They were at 90 degrees, and that was about at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. And we'll look at a little closer to home here. Hillsborough, New Jersey, they topped out at 95 degrees. Holmdel, which is in northern Monmouth County, they topped out at about 92 degrees. Howell, which is in southern Monmouth County, just about on the Ocean County border, they topped out at 94 degrees. Let's look a little bit more to the north. We'll take a look at Martinsville, which is again in Somerset County. That's in Bridgewater, but they don't have any data available. Kind of just playing around with this. McGuire Air Force Base, that's where Fort Dix is. That's in Wrightsville. They topped out at 95 degrees. By the way, Fort Dix, that's located in Burlington County. That's in the Pine Barrens, for those of you who are interested. Mountainside. Let's see if they have any temperature data. Nope. Let's see. Old Bridge Head. Temperature dew point of 95. Their high was 95 today. Old Bridge was at 95. And that's in southern part of Middlesex County. Piscataway, again, that's nearby. They topped out at 96 today. So you can get a general idea. Temperatures were running in the low to mid 90s for the most part, with the exception of the one location on Long Beach Island. Now let's take a look at the satellite, and as you can see, there's clouds moving in. I was looking at the nationwide satellite earlier, and I did notice there was a cluster of showers and thunderstorms in the western Pennsylvania area. Obviously, that is starting to move in to our area. There's actually some strong thunderstorms that move through further south in the mid-Atlantic region of Maryland and Northern Virginia, including Washington, D.C. And we're going to get a little dose of that tomorrow. If we look at the radar, you'll see why. Here's that cluster of showers and storms. That looks more like a convective cell complex, mesoscale type event there, I believe. But anyway, this was the area of disturbed weather I was kind of looking at earlier, and it has since moved through southern Pennsylvania into Maryland and across the Potomac into western Delaware. And there's also been some storms that have moved through northern Virginia, including Washington, D.C. But if you look further downstream or further upstream, you'll notice that there is a cluster of showers and storms that just pushed through the Chicago area and is heading into northwestern Indiana. That will probably affect our region on Saturday night or late Saturday afternoon. And of course, on the Hurricaneville blogosphere, the GWC news section of that blog, I do go into some detail about the heat wave that has settled in over our region, and also the briefly discusses the chance for severe weather on Saturday. So that's it for now. I plan to have another installment of the GWC video report in the coming days. Very possible that I could have a severe weather bulletin out tomorrow to report on the severe weather that is forecast to move through our area. Be back on the air soon. Until then, have a good night.
This has been a GWC video report.